All right, this is White Christmas for violin 3. So violin 3, a lot of the time you will be doubling the viola part, but sometimes the viola will go with the cello. And sometimes you will instead be doubling the second violin. So in class, I will make sure to point that out to you. But just so you're aware when you're listening in class, you're not always completely with the viola. So a couple things I do want to point out just before we play. You do have a lot of half step motion where you're changing from a low 2 to a high 2 or vice versa, from a first finger to a low 1. So you just have to be very careful, especially during slurs, to try to make those slides, those shifts as clean as possible so we're not sliding around between notes. I didn't really put you in other positions too much because a lot of times that actually created some other stretches and problems that might have been more difficult. So do your best. Anytime I have a fourth finger marked instead of an open, make sure you do follow that and play the written fingering. I did that to avoid certain string crossings or to make some string changes or slurs smoother. So if there's one that you're struggling with, please make sure you highlight it or mark it so you can spend extra time practicing that and preparing it. Following measure 39, like the fourth measure of 39, you will see I have half position marked in your part. So just in case you are unclear, that is a D sharp, which is actually a low 1. Sorry, I don't have tapes on this violin, but if my first finger on the tape for E, I'm gonna slide it back behind for that low 1. Then instead of sliding your first finger up to the E again, on this one, you're just gonna put your second finger right next to your first so that it lands on the first finger tape. So in half position, you're just a half step back behind that first finger tape and your fingers land in place. So it'll be 1, 2. And then the following measure after that, you're just regular back up on the tapes in first position. I am going to play through this whole piece for you at quarter note equals 80. This recording should be especially helpful. Some of your notes on their own may not sound correct. You have to really get them in your ear and hear the differences in those note changes to make sure that you're blending in class and matching your intonation along with the other sections. So again, this is quarter note equals 80. A little slower than we'll be going, but a good practice tempo to get these notes in tune. 1, 2, 3, 4. fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4.